how's it going? Got a collection update video for you. In the background we'll be playing the Chasm Procession into the Infraworld. This song is called At the Edge of Nebula Mortis. Death metal, released in 2004. I've talked about this album. It's got Daniel Torchada on vocals. Fucking awesome. Love this album. A little bit of black and edge to it. Death metal, really atmospheric, cosmic. One of the greatest albums ever recorded, in my opinion. Epic. Love that album. Anyway, so this is a collection update. Oh wait. Love it. Awesome album. I'll post a link in the description below if you don't know that one. Of course, Daniel Torchada is in that one too. Anyway, I've talked about that album many times. This is going to be a collection update. I've got some new stuff to show you to my collection, and also I did a collection update probably 2 weeks ago. And I had to delete it because it was partially blocked and I made a few mistakes in it. So I really felt the need maybe to include it in this collection update, maybe after I show the newer stuff. So that'll be pretty cool. I think that's a good idea. But anyway, let's get on with this collection update. It's going to be mainly death metal, and then there is some thrash metal. Oh yeah, so get on with it. First one up. Been looking for a copy of this one right here for a while. This is Edge of Sanity, Spectral of Sorrows, released in 1993. Swedish death metal album I've been looking for quite a while. I used to have this probably about 94, 95, and I gave it away like a dumbass, and then I've been looking for a copy of it for a little while, and I saw it up for grabs for pretty cheap, and I grabbed a copy. Honestly, Unorthodox is my favorite. This one's pretty damn good too. Has some really cool freaking moments in it. This one's on Black Mark. I believe it's a reissue. I believe they reissued everything here recently, which I need to get. I think it's Purgatory Glow, which came out after this one, I believe. But my favorite tracks on this are there's a cover. They do a Manowar cover, and Blood of My Enemies, and they do a really good version of it. I really dig that sound. Of course, this has that classic Swedish death metal sound with the HM2s. There is a loud melody in this as well, but there is a lot of barbaric Swedish death metal that we all love. There's also a gothic song on it called Sacrificed, with clean vocals, because Don Swano is a phenomenal musician, artist, and producer. He does Incantation. I know he produced Dissection, Somber Lane, and a few other, probably a bunch of others. But fantastic one right here. Some Swedish death metal from 1993. Back in my collection. And artwork is freaking sick. I'll just take it out a little bit. Love that artwork. Classic blue. What I like. This album actually reminds me of November, rainy, cold day in November with mist. That's where it takes me to every time I listen to it. Next one up is MX Simoniacal. Can't fucking say it. But anyway, it's some Brazilian thrash metal, released in 87 or 88, I want to say. Absolutely, I love the artwork on this. Brazilian thrash at its best. Reminds me of Holocausto and Volcano, Mutilator, those type bands. Just finally got a copy of this. I seen, I think Simon at Explosive Action show this a while back, and then I've been on the hunt for it. And be honest with you, I never heard of this band until I seen that video. Like that scene right there, behind bars. What the CD itself looks like. This is a reissue. It's a 2016 reissue. I will look up the company that reissued it. That's pretty cool. Freaking photo too. Love that CD cover, or that CD art. Pretty sick. It's just typical Brazilian thrash with that blackened edge, blackened style vocals. Real raw production, which I freaking love that sound. So you can see it's a priest, and he's got hands full of money. Really cool reissue. Man, I wish I'd seen what it is. My favorite song on this one is the third track, and it's Satanic Noise. Really freaking evil. The guitar work in this is pretty technical, actually, for Brazilian thrash, and I really dig it. The drums are kind of just straightforward drumming. It's pretty cool too. Really good reissue here, and I wish I could see the label. I just can't. But yeah, Satanic Noise. It's a great freaking song. I love Dirty Bitch. Inquisition's really good. Jason, which I think that's what that's depicting, I believe. Well, yeah, it is. That's Jason's mask. But if you like that raw printed Brazilian thrash, black and thrash sound, this is definitely an album for you. Killer shit. I'll look and see what that says. I don't know what label that is, but awesome album. Next one up is Terminus, which Dennis at Analog Archives just showed recently in his latest video from the Abyss. And as soon as he showed this, I was like, that artwork is fucking sick. And then when he's talking about it, he talked about this side of the CD, which is our debut album, it's Creations, which I actually heard back in the day. My buddy let us listen to it because we was really wanting to go for that drum sound. The drummer's phenomenal on this, especially that first album, that debut Creations. And the guitar work in it's freaking phenomenal. It's death thrash. And Dennis is correct, kind of like Malevolent Creation or Solstice or Early Pestilence. Really killer shit, but it's really technical, but not to the point of being fucking stupid technical. What I like about the drums, the drummer is using a lot of China type cymbals, and those cymbal crashes are freaking unique. I love that sound. A lot of freaking rolls and drums, rolls and drums. A lot of fills on his drum work, and just phenomenal kick bass. I've been drinking a few too many of these. Another standout thing about that album, Creation, is the bass work is freaking phenomenal. I love the bass work in it. Also, this has their that Creations was released in 1994. I'll show you the artwork here in a second. The second part, or the second album that's on here, is actually on the first of the CD, which is kind of confusing a little bit. But it's Tombs of Infamy, which they recorded in 1996. And when I was reading up on it, basically the band broke up, so they never finished it or released it until recently, or whenever this was reissued. I think it was 2016. And this is on, oh shoot, Dive Bomb Records. Really cool artwork. Love that, what that CD looks like. That guy, what's that, Grim Reaper holding that ball. That's some fucking sick ass artwork. I'll show you the whole booklet here in a second. Dennis did too. If you want to check out his video, I'll post a link in the description below. But that's what's on behind the CD. That's pretty fucking killer. Phenomenal. And the Tombs of Infamy is it's straight up death metal, and it is wicked ass death metal. Really, really good. But look at that artwork, just amazing. And I seen a video that has this guy. I think he's the vocalist, and there is some bolt thrower moments in it after I see that t-shirt. I believe this guy is Chris, and I want to say he's from Missouri, but this band's out of California. I can't remember. We're at California. That guy's like, listen to my music. Phenomenal. That's the lead guitarist. He does some cool stuff. Okay, so that's the album art to Creations. So if you ever see that in the wild, pick that son of a gun up. It's freaking awesome. Or just pick this CD up. Pretty cheap. I got this off Hell's Headbangers for like 10 bucks. It's got pictures of the demos and stuff. Really, really cool reissue. And cool lyrics, you can actually read them. And I believe that's the original idea for the artwork to Tomb of Infamy, which is really cool. There's a couple other sketches that I read. And I believe, what was the other one? Don't see it. Stinkfest Records. When I was listening to the guy actually talk about it, I think Stinkfest Records was their record label. Or maybe it's one of their own record labels, something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but that's some cool lyrics there. Or cool lyrics. Just could read them really good. But you honestly don't need the lyric sheet, because the vocals got cool death growls. Really hard to place it among. It's really unique, but what's awesome about it is you can understand every word he says. And it looks like some notes of the lyrics. That's pretty cool. Really good album. Highly suggest picking this one up. Highly suggested. Thank you, Dennis, for sharing this. Whenever you said Terminus, I was wondering if it was going to be the same Terminus that did Creations. And it comes on this album. That's just an added bonus. Added bonus. Killer album. Second pickup today is some more Swedish death metal. Vermin. What is this? Plunge into Oblivion. 1994, I believe. It's a pretty cool reissue as well. Like that art on the CD itself. This one came with a little deal on the outside of it, whatever you call those things. Pretty cool artwork. Now a little bit about this. This is a Swedish death metal band. This is on Old Shadow Records, but I love that artwork. Love that. And to describe the band a little bit, it kind of reminds me like a little bit of Dismember, I guess. It's really aggressive. It kind of has that carbonized sound too. I think the album after this was more death and roll. This is their debut, which is straight up death metal. And the production on it is kind of wonky. Guitars sound a little dry, but I like that. some reason I'm attracted to bands that just sound amateur, and this band sounds amateur to me, but still fucking killer, real solid. Vocalist shouts his vocals. It is a death growl, but it's more of a shout, as I would put it together. Really good stuff though. Vermin, Plunge into Oblivion. But I did see this when I was looking up on YouTube. I found a video and it had Metal Mickey, and I think he said this sounds worse than Dismember, or a cheaper version of Dismember or something. But I'll try to find that video, post it in a link. It's Metal Mickey commented on like about 9 months ago or something like that. Pretty funny. Next one up, I cannot get enough of this album right now. Galvanizer, which I've shown before on cassettes. It's one of my favorite modern death metal albums. Finnish grind and death metal. Death grind. And I really love the vocals on this. The drums sound amazing. And yesterday when I was listening to it, I would listen to Edge of Sanity before that, and they have the same snare sound on both albums. But back to this Finnish classic, Finnish future classic. I love Finnish death metal. I just absolutely love it. And this is probably my favorite one. If I've ranked Finnish death metal albums, this wouldn't be up there with definitely Demigod, Soul in the Slumber Eyes, and Convulse, World Without God, and Demolek, and Funebre, and all those bands. Just fucking phenomenal. This is a phenomenal album. Phenomenal stuff. This comes out with this cool fold out right here. Absolutely amazing album. Definitely, if you don't know this, look it up. Look this song again up. Next, I'll have to find this on vinyl, because I have to have all three formats of my favorite bands. Galvanizer, Prying Side of Imperception, released in 2020, I want to say, or 2021. Not sure. Absolute gem right there. Next one up. So, this gets to the part where my older collection updates. I'll finish it up. This is the newer one, and I'll finish it up with that, and then I'll go to the previous collection update. So I have Exodus, Shovelheaded Kill Machine, released in 2005. So if you've noticed lately, I've been picking up more Exodus. The band I have, Bonded by Blood, I've listened to that album for years, and other albums I just didn't really get into those other albums till recently. So now that if I see an Exodus album anywhere, I pick it up. So I found this reissue used. Not sure when this reissue is on Nuclear Blast reissued, but I grabbed it. And I remember Brian Arkham said that Raz was one of his favorite songs on this a while back. And I listened to it, and I freaking love it. I like Rob Duke's vocals. I really do. I think they really sound good. This is just on black. It's a double LP, but my God, I love this album. I listened to it several times. I like Death Amphetamine. I love some of the, it's an 8-minute track, but it's worth every minute. I Am Abomination. I like that one a lot. 44 Magnum Opus. And then this one has two bonus tracks, Problems by the Sex Pistols cover, and Purge the World. So, love this artwork. Just an absolute fucking banger. Absolute banger. Exodus, Shovel-Headed Kill Machine. Okay, so that's that collection update. Now for the one I deleted. So many of you seen this, but I'm gonna do it again. And so if you see this part, you already know these, so I don't blame you for clicking off now. But I got, a few weeks ago, I got a copy, finally found it. Ceremonium, Into Autumn Shade, which is some Death Doom from New York. Absolutely freaking banging album. This one's on Faceless Records. I've been looking for this album high and low for decades. Ever since I heard it the first time at a backyard barbecue. Probably about 96. A little bit after this was released. A little bit of history on me is my buddies and why I got into a lot of the death metal and have a lot of the death metal I do is we'd get together and bring a CD and hang out, and we always try to top the other one with what we brought. My buddy brought this one, and I was mesmerized by it. It's one of my favorites. It's definitely a November listen, and amazing album. Amazing. Released in 1995, if I didn't say. Yes. So that's the last CD. And then the rest of it is vinyl I've already shown, but you just go through them again because that collection update, I hated to delete it, but I did. Found a copy, and I believe it's OG Press, of Anthrax Persistence of Time, which bought the cassette back in 95. This one, unfortunately, is missing the inner sleeve, but that's okay. On Island and Megaforce Records. But this album, for some reason, I bought this on cassette. I remember first hearing it on I want to say I was in church. We was on a youth trip, and somebody was playing Time in the back of the bus. I already knew who Anthrax was, but I hadn't heard the new Anthrax album at that point. In 2000, or not 2000, but 1990, I would have been in 9th or 10th grade. So. And they played Time, which is a cover, and I freaking love it. I remember buying a cassette the next day, and every time I hear it, it either makes me think of that youth, Christian youth group trip, which is odd, we're playing Anthrax, or eating cheeseburgers. Because I remember when I bought the cassette the next day, I go home, and my dad just grilled cheeseburgers, and I was listening to this Anthrax album while eating it. Seeing this band on this tour, amazing stuff. Amazing album. Then I picked up a copy of Devastation's Eternal Idol. Oh my gosh, I got that Black Sabbath album on my head. Idolatry. Some Death Thrash from 1991, which I had this on cassette, and my stupid ass gave it away. And then finally, I think they reissued this recently on Central Media, and I had to grab it. I had to freaking have it. Vocalist kind of reminds me of Jeff from Possessed a little bit, and the music has that Solstice, Malevolent Creation, Death Thrash, is what it is. Absolutely amazing album. Pretty cool inner sleeve here, and I believe this one's just on black, so it's nothing special. Killer fucking album. This will be my longest collection update because I'm doing 2 at a time. Another one I picked up is I added a missing piece to my Cannibal Corpse collection, which I'm just missing Wretched Spawn and Kill and Effort. Oh man, Evisceration Plague. Word escaped me. I'm only missing 3, but they finally reissued this. I had this on CD back in the day. Don't know what happened to the CD, but I found this at the record store. I believe it's just reissued recently. It's Metal Blade reissued. Favorite track on this is Devoured by Vermin and Bloodlands. I remember 1995 when this came out. I was stoked that Corpse Grinder was going to be in it from Monstrosity. Why? I drink any beer and I freaking can't talk. Comes with this cool poster, the original artwork and the censored artwork. which I don't know why they would put that on there. Nobody's going to hang the censored side down up on their wall. And it's just on a really cool variant. The gray and red splatter. The classic metal blade logo. Absolute beast. Gonna have to listen to this, I guess. And then the last one, oh, comes with this. I didn't even know that was in there. There you go. Free download for somebody. And then the last one is Belphegor. Man, I just looked this up. I think it was 2017. I'm just recently discovering Belphegor. I think they're a little bit better than Behemoth, in my opinion. Really black and death metal, and really evil as fuck. I've been watching a lot of their videos, and a lot of times it has some kind of parental guidance thing on there. Really cool videos, really evil stuff. This one's on blood red, and this album is called Totem Ritual, which I think is blood magic, or blood ritual, maybe magic ritual. I'm not sure what it means. Just talked about this album and I had to delete that video, and I've lost my words for this. But anyway, this album is awesome. There's one that starts with Totem Cult. I guess that's the acoustic intro to it. Ex-Genesis of Deterioration. That's my favorite track on this. Like that one. I like Bafflement, Black Dragon, Embracing a Star. Really freaking evil shit. Love it. But anyway, that's that part of the video. So if you guys hung out and watched the same collection updated as a couple of days ago, I commend you. Thank you. That's me. I'm going to sign off with Chasm while I finish my beer.